Hello, I am Alexandre Verrara, the academic coordinator of Brazilian Center for Studies in International Business and Corporate Diplomacy, CBNDIC at ESPM. We starting another edition of Asia em Debate, an interview program promoted by Asian Studies Business Center, coordinated by me and Professor Hannah Kim. NENA is one of the four CBNDIC nucleus for international business studies, and the other three nucleus are NENAN, NENE, and NENON. They are devoted to research issues related to each region. CBNDIC was structured for developing activities involving professors and students to contribute to improvement of knowledge on various aspects that can influence international business in regions and their respective countries. Our interviews can be seen on video on the YouTube page named Corporate Diplomacy and Global Business. You can search and find them. Well, today we have a special professor and visit here, a guest, Professor Mutsuura, GOROM Mutsuura, is our partner in the city program that we have every year. I think we have also 3 years in a row. Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you for your nice invitation. Yes, my name is GOROM Mutsuura. I am the CEO of the GOROM Association. Thank you.
Okay. And here we will have a talk with our students from ESPM. Eduardo. After I want to ask you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Marina. Okay. Henry and Henrique that will replace, change the place here, and they will continue the conversation about city program in the last year experience. Okay, thank you. Professor Mutsuura, you can talk with the students.
Okay, so well, the SEED program is very unique, but it's very important for the career development for the students in the global market. So I'm very happy to introduce this program, but I think at this moment we'd like to share the experience and comments from our survivors. I mean, the students that already introduced, they have been to Japan for study tour, achieved a lot of the goals during this 6 months program online and study tour to Japan. So perhaps I'd like to hear from, the impression how you achieved, how you changed throughout the course of the program, after the program, and right now from each of the students. Perhaps I could start from Enrique.
Okay, so my name is Henrique. I am on my 5th semester of International Relations. It's a pleasure being here with you again, Professor, as we were together in Japan. And I was part of the wine team in SEED program last year.
So how was the program?
That's a simple question, but it's a difficult and tricky one, because we first had the online sessions, and in those online sessions we did a lot of work, and we couldn't really know each other that well, because the difficulties with online sessions, and then but we did a hell of a work, and then we arrived at Japan, and we thought that we wouldn't need to do that much work, but we worked even more in our report and in our recommendations to the producers. And specifically with the wine team, we were welcomed by the Keiya Uchida family, and well, we learned a lot there. I would say that we learned more in Japan, like during our stay in their house and in their winery, in comparison with the online sessions. So even though we did a lot of research, our stay there, we learned much more about the Koshu grape in the Yamanashi wine and the Kofu city. So yeah, it was difficult, but we learned a lot.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, this program has two parts. One, online sessions that starts from July through the end of this November, 10 classes. And then after that, the students come to Japan as a study tour. But yes, I know some challenges because of the online nature, and students coming from different countries, different universities, different backgrounds, culture, language. Not easy to understand each other in a short time, but I think they did a good job. But after they came to Japan, they really developed the relationship and also the partnership, friendship, and whatever. And they did, I think, great job. But perhaps I could hear from you how you feel about yourself after this program.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Eduardo. I'm a social science student at ESPM. Goro, it's a pleasure to be here again with you. And it's basically the same as Henrique. It was a great pleasure to be part of the sake team, the best team of the program. And we had such a good connection, and it was a great opportunity to connect with people from other countries and people from other companies, and to visit the Taikan and Shichiken breweries was a really good experience. I could learn a lot, and I've never imagined that I could have this chance to visit a sake brewery. Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks. The beauty of this project, again, this is to communicate with the local people,
Mhm.
because they need, some strong support for the to globalize their businesses, and I think students did a quite well job. Although they are different, they are people living in local side, and sometimes they are very shy or their mind setting is different. But that's the part of the learning. I think throughout this experience, I'm pretty sure that Eduardo, you have much more confidence than past for your career development.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and may I ask your opinion?
So, my name is Marina.
Yeah,
I
Marina.
am the seventh semester of International Relations. And my opinion about the program is like, I will never get so much knowledge by by my own self, just or studying or visiting there. I think the GOROM Association did like a bridge for us. Because it's so different when you go to a country for just visiting or just studying. We got in touch with local producers, and we like really got their problems and feelings about their business, and most of the times their business mean like life to them, the entire life of family and heritage. So I think by my own experience was like totally incredible, not only like the professional part, that I could like understand more about the local producers and their issues, but know people that I'm going to be with them like my entire life. Was like a really, really interesting and immersive experience.
Great, thanks a lot. Yes, this is the connection with real life, and your hard works, it really impacted their mind settings, because honestly, Yamanashi is very rural, and not so many people know about Latin America. So this was a great, I think, moment to know each other and to bring up some good ideas for their futures and your career. So I'm very happy that you survived. Well, thank you very much. And perhaps I could hear from you.
Yes, of course. My name is Enhi. I am also in the seventh semester of International Relations at ESPM. And firstly, like I would like to say that SEED is like no other program, because it's really rare that you can put together people from different cultures and make them experience a challenging program that is SEED. And I'm a firm believer that when people go through a hardship together, they can really connect and become more than friends, I would say, like family. So I'm certain that the people that I'm connected with on the program will be with me for the rest of my life, and I'm certain that those I made really deep connections. And I was a part of the textile team, and during our visits to the producers, I could feel their passion through their work that they showed us. Each company had a lot of potential to show, and I feel like we get to experience a part of Japan that is not really out there. So because when we go on the internet, we only see a really popular and mainstream Japan that we don't get to see when we go to places like Yamanashi. And I think this was a once in a lifetime experience that I wouldn't do any different.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Henry, you got very good point. Knowing each other from different backgrounds and different culture and different, nationality. Perhaps in university or some others, this program is very unique to provide this type of the diversified, group discussions and so on. So, you guys, thanks for your beautiful comments, but I just want to hear from you. Of course, there are some challenges or some of the things that you wanted to share with us. I know that because of this diversified group of the studying and working together, it's easy to say, but it's not easy to do. Especially at the beginning because of the online nature or some other, obstacles for the communication. Just anyone, please share with me about what was some of the challenges that you confronted, during the group work. Even though most of you guys are from Latin America, I think it's different. Working with Colombians and Argentinians and maybe Japanese, you got some, challenges, maybe good challenges, and perhaps you learn a lot from those. So, can I hear from you guys? Maybe
I can start.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Indicate.
each team will have a different reality. So in the wine team, we had to go through a dictatorship, kinda.
Really?
So
Dictatorship.
So our group needed a more strict job line to follow, so we could work as a team. But I wouldn't say that's inherently bad. That was not a bad thing, but it was a necessary thing, and we needed to follow a structure, a clear structure, so we could develop our work. So we had people from different backgrounds and different courses. So everyone at ESPM is from the International Relations course, and Edu is from a social science. But everyone has a marketing background, and not everyone in our team, for example, had a marketing background. So, for example, we had people from biochemics or engineering or software development. So we had to deal with different views, of course, and not necessarily they were like wrong views. Like we had to accommodate them in our work, and I think we did a very good job. It was very challenging, but we needed of course, Professor Zorovic, which was our guiding in this project. He was a big help, and we managed to do a very fantastic work. I think the family was really happy at the end with the result, because we gave them concrete results. So, for example, we gave them a list of strategic partnerships so they could export their wine and so on. So, of course, this was also part of the work that we had to redo in Japan. But yeah, we faced lots of hardships.
Can you recall one time of some very, challenging moment, or within the team, lots of discussions, and the team couldn't have any agreement or something? Can you recall?
I can remember two different moments.
Okay.
In nature, because there was one moment that one member of our group had a family loss. So we had to deal with that, for example. And there was another moment that totally disconnected to this, but our members, they were not as involved, in the project. So during the 6 months, you can't you probably won't maintain the same rhythm of work, but you can't let the rhythm get too low because you won't produce anything. So we had to warn them like, oh, you have to keep the work, you have to keep working, and we have to follow the dates that the association told us. So yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Great. So anyway, you got something, but the team helped each other to come up with one team.
Yeah,
Yeah. Great. So I think dictatorship works.
kind of works.
Yeah. How about your group?
In my group, maybe I would say that different time zones would be was a little challenge during the program, but during the online sections, we were really connected, and everyone was really involved with the project and talking a lot and sharing the ideas. So we didn't have much like challenges during this type of like disagreement thing. And Professor Luis was always trying to always asking like good questions for us, so we could think more about what we were doing. And Ana Sofia, our team leader, was also a good leader to put everyone together and go in the same direction. It was a really good experience in this meeting.
So your team is not dictatorship.
No,
You know.
no. Like we separated the functions according to areas of interest.
Yeah.
So everyone was really happy with
Okay.
their activities.
Oh, okay.
It was really good.
Any moment that you feel, wow, this is too much, I don't know what to do, or some breakout of the team members, or
Yeah, we always have, every group work has this type of moment, but that's what I'm saying. Like everyone was really interested in doing the project, and Professor Luis was made us feel really comfortable with the like changing some things, even if it was like a few weeks before the pitching. So we were really safe with the challenges.
okay. Wow, good to hear about that.
Yeah.
So, how about your team?
So
Dictatorship or equal?
no, totally not. So I would say that we didn't have like that much a cultural difference between team members. Was like
Oh,
so
really?
easy to talk and to
Interesting.
schedule meetings and do the work. So I would say like the main thing that could be a little bit hard to is like everyone had a different course. So engineering, design, international relations, and international business. So these different backgrounds was like kind of different to manage, because each one has like a different type of work. But in the end, the recommendations of where everyone was like so great, because each different point of view like contributed to do the recommendations. And about the dictatorship, we didn't have it at all. Like everyone was so immersive in the
Yeah?
project. Yes,
Oh,
we didn't have
okay.
this type of problem. So, but I think the only hard time that we had before was when we were going to do the presentation of the pitch. So we couldn't decide the structure of the pitch, because for everyone, like each one has like a different background. So for them the structure works, so he can understand, but for her no. So it did like a really hard time, but everything was okay.
But you survived.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that is part of the business of this course. Intentionally, we invited the students from different school because perhaps it's good to have variety of opinions, or perhaps different background opinion, come up with the solution. Not easy. I know that if you have the students from business school, everyone, it's much easier to get the solution. But in the real world, perhaps it's not go that way. So I think I'm happy to hear from that, and congratulations of surviving your grave, and that could be your lifetime relationship in the future. Yeah. How about your group? Dictatorship or something else?
No, the complete opposite.
Opposite?
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my group worked really in a horizontal fashion.
Horizontal.
yeah, we didn't have that much of a voice, so to speak.
Oh.
But of course, our leader would represent the team when we had to discuss with the association and get back to on information about meetings and such. But in general, no, we really worked as equals. And I will say though, but one problem we did face was that our group was a really homogeneous group. So everyone had really similar personalities, and
Really?
that was a problem because
Oh, that was a problem.
yeah, all of us we had really similar issues, and we didn't complement each other too well because we ended up being I would say 5 of the 7 were complete introverts. So when we asked each other, would you be more comfortable asking questions or taking orders, basically. Most of the people would say taking orders and doing the work that is assigned to me. So when it came to discussions, we had to, it really would take like 5 to 10 minutes of silence to someone. Yeah, we had to wait for a while until
really?
someone gave an input or an opinion. And yeah, it was like that for most of the trip. But
Oh, really?
yeah, and I think the online barriers also help. Also don't help with that.
Okay.
So
because of online.
Yeah, it makes it really hard to engage if
Yeah.
you don't see each other face to face.
Right. Well, but you know.
Yeah, but it's part of the program. It's in nature of the program.
Oh, interesting. So I think each group does have a different, completely different
Yeah.
nature of the personality and leadership and whatever. But yeah, this is the part of the business, and I'm happy that you guys really did work very good and have a good pitch. And well, perhaps my next question goes well, just simply how you think that you grow yourself.
So I think I will have to take a look back at one specific experience at ESPM. So we also have the international marketing planning here, and I was doing the SEED program at the same time as I was doing the international marketing planning. So I could like merge both and take insights from one or from the other to help in one of those projects. So at the end, I think I am like I can any kind of business demand or whatever. I think I can see a clear path now because of doing those two things together, and I think that the pitch experience specifically really helped me in my presentation skills, for example. So I wasn't as accustomed of speaking English, for example. Now I'm more accustomed speaking English, but at the same time the cultural experience of having to deal with different views in a foreign language, and you didn't necessarily talk in English, you could talk in Spanish or Japanese or even French, for example. So that was one hardship now that I remember. But I think that this flexibility of skills, of a set of skills, I think that's the biggest positive experience and skill that I will take for my life. Yeah.
Oh, great, thanks. How about you, Edward?
I also feel more comfortable with conversations in English, but during the program I could see the different perspectives, and how it shapes the final result of the research. And it's really interesting to listen to other people, like people from other countries, and how they see the world and how they see the market and the environment that we were studying. So it was a really good way to learn about how other people, like other cultures, even they are from Latin America as well, but how they see Japan and Japanese culture. It was a really good experience.
So this diversification did work in some way. Yeah. How about your soft skills. Did you learn something about your leadership or patience or something?
Yeah, maybe a bit of be better during conversations in presentations. The pitching was a good opportunity to learn how to speak in how to talk to lots of people at the same time, and yeah, I think that was one of the most important ones. But also like patience and like take care of the group, be part of the group, like listening to the other people uh, situation and deal with that with them. Yeah, that's it.
Good.
Hmm.
So, what's your comments on that? How do you think that you grow a lot? You changed after before after this program?
The first thing that comes to my mind is time management. In the
Okay.
time of the seed program, I was doing my thesis. I still doing. I had an internship, and I was taking normal classes, and I was doing the seed program in
Wow.
all the project. So the meetings of the seed program was in the exactly time of a class. So I needed to manage my time and my attention to
Right.
the meeting of the seed and to the class, and sometimes I needed to get out of the class to pay more attention and talk. So it was pretty hard. And normally I had like a certain time to do like the deliveries or the researches, so it was really hard. The other thing was like talking to a broader audience, to a really like great group of people. I wasn't like used to it, so now I feel more confident, and like how to really do a pitch and how you express yourself to the audience.
Yeah, that's a very important experience. I think it's the you're gonna pitch effectively and efficiently. You need to convince the audience in short time. So I'm pretty sure that you will have lots of opportunities of pitching in the future. But this experience was the first step. But I'm very happy that you got this experience. What do you think about your leadership or your cooperative behavior? Because your team it looks good, but people are different. Students are completely different.
So I think I didn't work that much my leadership. I was like more listening to do the work and bringing like all the work of everyone together to make it like more more one, not every part, not separate, just one. So I was like working on this, but I think like my skills of collective skills of cooperation improved so much. Even like I said before, we had like some totally different backgrounds, so working on this and understanding everyone has a different point of view and can be valued was the most like hard part, I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. How about you? You changed a lot before and
Yeah.
after?
I think this even though it was my third time going to Japan, this was really eye-opening for me because I realized I had a few like, realizations about myself and what I want for myself in the future. So I realized that I really enjoy talking to people from different cultures. This is really peculiar because from a young age I really like to learn and speak English, and in SID we get to have the opportunity to use everything that I learned up until now, as well as Japanese. I got to practice a lot because ever since the pandemic I didn't really get to have any opportunity to practice my Japanese, and everyone knows that languages is only as good as you use them. And in a team perspective, I believe I took a role of a person who questions the team, so we don't have a poor intake or poor inputs in the project. So I would question a lot of my team's work in a way that would make it more rich, and I would always try to look out for people. As I mentioned, my team was really introverted, so we couldn't really tell if everyone was doing fine or if they needed to recharge their batteries or such and stuff. So I would go up to everyone and tell them if they were doing fine, if everything was okay. And I
Mhm.
think I really enjoy doing that. in a
Yeah,
way.
okay,
It
all right.
makes me feel good.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, since we have different, type of the students in terms of the academic background and personality, working together or helping each other, I think the impact to your perspective a lot. So this is very good. All right. So yeah, thanks for all of your comments. And I am very happy to share the listeners about your comments. This program is very unique and very important for the career development of the students to play in the global market in the future, because of the diversification is very important in the global market. I think this learning experience did a lot of the impact to the students. Also, the achievement and their recommendation and suggestions did impact a lot to the revitalization of local economy. You guys encouraged a lot to the producers. I tell you honestly. They told me, local producers, I was very influenced by the comments and hard work of your students, or encouraged, because many of the industries are disappearing. So it's very serious about not only the businesses, but their, their everything, their family, their technology, their techniques, and their products. But even though this short time, I think you guys really impacted to the mind settings. So the local producer, they think that, wow, we see these young students coming from Latin America, and they gave us a good solutions or good recommendations. Perhaps we shouldn't give up now. We should keep work hard and connect to the Latin America. So this is the beauty, really beauty of the program, and thank you very much, all of your efforts, and we keep moving, right? And this is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning, and I'm gonna keep connecting your hard work and you to the Yamanashi and local producers. All right. So that's the end of this program, I believe. Uehara Sensei, is this okay? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.